Hiya, thanks for joining us again. So this week I'm all on my own, no Charles to help me. So I am going to be baking for you some banana and oat muffins. Now these are really super easy, great for using up some old bananas if you've got some left in your fruit bowl, and really, really fantastic for a grab and go breakfast. It's a really quick and easy recipe, especially if you've got some very ripe bananas. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start by mashing our bananas as best we can. Just use a fork or a potato masher if you want. Just make sure you break up all of those big lumps. This is a lot easier when your bananas are very ripe. So if they've gone a bit brown and you think, oh, I'm just going to chuck these out, this is a great recipe to actually use them up rather than wasting them. So we'll give those bananas a good mash. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add our butter, which we've melted. Now this is 75 grams of butter. So that's just going to go into our mashed up bananas. And I'm just going to give that a bit of a whisk with my hand whisk. This will just help combine everything together. And don't worry too much about a few lumps. Actually, we want a few lumps in our muffins, otherwise they become a bit too much like cupcakes. Okay, so we've mixed our butter in with our banana, and next we're going to add the rest of our wet ingredients. So this is our egg, and also our vanilla essence. Just a teaspoon of our vanilla essence straight in there. I'm just going to beat this in, just make sure it's all mixed through. And then to this, we're going to add 200 grams of flour. We're going to add 50 grams of oats. We're going to add 150 grams of sugar. And a teaspoon of baking soda, or bicarbonate soda, as we call it in the UK. And then we're just going to give all of this a mix together. And don't worry if there's a few lumps in here. You'll see you won't get a super smooth batter. But what you want to do is make sure the flour is evenly distributed all the way through the cake mix. Otherwise you'll end up with little pockets of raw flour in there. It smells great. You can really smell the banana, it's lovely. Okay, so that's all mixed up. We're just going to take our tin here and do that away. And then we're just going to spoon our mix about half full into your cupcake cases, because hopefully they will rise up beautifully and fill them to the top. I always think it's better to kind of start off with a little bit less in your cupcakes, and then you can always add to them. There's nothing worse than running out halfway through. You can always top up the smaller looking ones. You should get about 12 cupcakes out of this mix. But if you've got a very big muffin tin, then you might only get 6. You can get some pretty enormous muffin tins these days. I'd say that was pretty much the perfect amount for 12. Just a little bit for top-ups. You can see I'm always a bit tight on the first ones that I fill, so I always have to go back over those ones and give them a little bit more. Lovely. Excellent. So they're going to go into the oven at about 180 for about 20 minutes. So these have been in the oven for about 20 minutes on 180 degrees. And there you have it. These delicious banana oat muffins, perfect for breakfast. Enjoy.